Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Now we got the confirmation we were waiting for from David Ornstein. Everyone was waiting for David Ornstein to have his say on the Zubimendi situation. As I said on yesterday's live stream, I'm 100% Zubimendi is going to join Arsenal. 100% sure. There's obviously been news going around, floating around that he might end up going to a Real Madrid, but it's always been so obvious that all those top journalists are reporting it. It would be like a crazy shock if he ended up not joining Arsenal. I mean, you've already gotten a here we go from Fabrizio. He rarely gets any of those wrong. David Johnson's already told us, he's basically put himself on the line and said, I don't disrespect other journalists, but Zubimendi to us is already a done deal. So I don't know what these other people are talking about. And obviously Sami Mokbel and many others. And we've gotten the news today from David Ornstein, and this is what he's had to say. Also regard Martin Zubimendi move from Real Sociedad as done and signed. 26-year-old Spain midfielder expected to report at start of preseason with Arsenal. Real Madrid sources say Real Madrid never actively pursued situation that plus more. So I didn't need to read that plus more, but yeah, it's from the Athletic, and that is what he's had to say. So let's go through the article that he's written. Let's see. There has been plenty of noise around Martin Zubimendi's future. However, the Spain midfielder's transfer to Arsenal is regarded by the North London club as being done and signed. Real Sociedad have expressed a preference for the deal to be ratified in July for accounting purposes, and Zubimendi is expected to link up with Arsenal for the start of preseason. Our Real Madrid correspondent, Cotegana, says sources in Madrid assert that the 15-time European champion liked the player but did not pursue or actively work on recruiting. Which other part have I not read? Okay, goes on to say that we want Sesko, Gyökeres, Oli Watkins, blah, blah, blah. But we're here to talk about Zubimendi, and this one will cover the rest on the live show. Zubimendi's pretty much done. I don't know where that story came from. Obviously, Real Madrid are admirers of him, and I would understand if Zubimendi wants to join Real Madrid. He stays in Spain. He plays for the biggest team in the world, multiple-time Champions League winners. There's probably a spot there. Kroos left last season. Modric has left now. Players like Camavinga and Tchouaméni can play different roles. Valverde can play as a right back. There's probably a role there in midfield for Zubimendi at Real Madrid. So I would see why I'd want to go there. But we've already gotten a here we go. We've already gotten confirmation from several journalists that it's pretty much done. Another thing that scared fans is because of his interview, him saying that I'm not sure about my future. As I said, I don't think there's any player who usually says, are you leaving Sociedad for Arsenal after the international break? And he says, yeah, I'm actually going to Arsenal. I know nothing is confirmed, but I'm actually going to Arsenal. There's no player that is going to say that at all. That is not something that a player is going to say. So even Xabi Alonso, for example, when he was leaving Leverkusen for Madrid, literally the previous day he was asked and he said, I don't know anything about Real Madrid. Now he's the Real Madrid manager. Literally a couple of days later, he was appointed. So I've never been worried about this. And this reminds me of the Declan Rice situation. I remember that time as well. I said I'm 100% Declan Rice is going to join Arsenal. Even though Man City are going to make bids and all that, he's already agreed to join Arsenal. That is something we've done well recently. Whenever we agree on a player and the player is convinced by Arteta and Edu and Bata, they usually end up joining. Rice is a good example, and now Zubimendi, when he signs the deal, it's another good example. It doesn't matter who comes in for him. It doesn't matter at all. Personally, I'm not usually that scared of, oh my goodness, Madrid are coming for a player, or Saliba is going to leave because Madrid wants him. No, it doesn't have to be that way. There's that fear factor, yes, but I'm never worried that, okay, this player is going to choose Madrid. Why? There's players who Madrid wanted before. I think they wanted Jesus, they wanted Havertz, they wanted I'm sure Raya was mentioned by Bayern Munich, Man City wanted Declan Rice. All those players ended up playing for Arsenal. So also, as fans need to stop acting like, oh my goodness, we are a very small club and never Man City and Madrid come for these players, they're going to get them. No, if we want the players, even if it's Arsenal and Liverpool for Gyökeres, I believe that you're going to get the player. We have to convince the player to join us. We have he can convince him that, hey, there's a midfield spot there. It's probably going to be a rotation between him and Partey. I'm happy with that next season. Now we wait to see what Partey's contract situation looks like. But that is what David Ornstein confirmed today. it's pretty much a done deal, nothing to worry about. The only thing that is delaying it is the fact that Sociedad wanted to be done in July in the new financial year for the team. So they don't want it to be done now. So anything that is going to delay Zubimendi's deal right now is not because of Madrid wanting him or because Zubimendi has not made up his mind. No, it's going to be because Sociedad wants us to wait a little bit and then we get him. As long as he's there for preseason, as David Ornstein has said, we expect him to be there for the start of preseason. So I'm sure now the players, he's finished now the Spanish international duty. He's going to go for a holiday, and then we're not going to sign him right now. No, he's already signed for Arsenal pretty much, but you're not going to hear, done deal, Arsenal confirming it until probably end of June or beginning of July. So for me, he's already an Arsenal player, nothing to worry about. As long as he's here for the preseason training and you have him ready for next season, that is absolutely fine. He looked very, very good when he played against Portugal recently and also played against France. He looked France, right? He looked, especially the Portugal game, he was very good. He obviously scored, and the way he was carrying the ball forward, the way he was controlling, the way he was making those there's a pass, I think the Merino goals, Zubimendi made a very good pass, like in the heart of the midfield, and it ended up being the Merino goal. He's very, very good. This is a player who's definitely going to add quality to our team. Very important signing. I know we all want a striker. That should have been the first signing, but Zubimendi was done a long time ago. We are hoping that we get a strike in the left wing and other positions, but we also need to keep on improving our team. Jorginho's left. Pat is not going to be here forever. We needed younger players for that position. And the rotation between these two, I think it's absolutely good. So let's see how it goes. We'll have a live show for sure talking about this and the rest of the news that has come out. But let's see how far this news develops. Don't get scared of Real Madrid. Don't be scared of Man City. Don't be scared of Liverpool. No, if you want a player, we are going to get him. I'm so confident. Even now, before he signs, I'm going to say, welcome to Arsenal, Martin Zubimendi.